wow, it's really wisdom. It's like, wow, thank you. Because if I don't listen to it, and when you go, oh no, you wanted, you got a yes, I'm not scared, and then you go for it and go, you heard what you needed, you knew, and that's the thing. It's like your body's telling you. We were just saying that the body to always talking, right? It's always talking to you, constantly talking to you.
Yes.
It's constantly talking to you. So
yes,
I'm now finally listening to it. I'm not finally. I have tried in my own understanding, but now I have that intuition of really tapping in. I had a conversation with my sister last night, Debbie, the one I spoke to you about. She phoned me. It was so nice talking to her. And I just told her about a couple of things, my decision making and whatever I'm deciding. It's just so supportive of that. And she's giving me recipes, and she's just sharing a few things with me, and all that. And so I said, So it's like, it's really nice to be able to listen to your body, to be intuitive, and to know that what you're deciding is what you're getting a yes or no. Yeah, it's really, it's very confirming. It's confirming. It's very, confirming.
Yeah, we were discussing that with Pascal the other day about his baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that baby knows when to sleep.
Yeah.
For how long. It knows when it's hungry.
Oh, Jesus.
It knows how much to eat.
That.
It knows when to poop.
You know
what I mean? It knows all that stuff exactly the right amounts and everything else, and it's feeling its way out. It's feeling its way around that and tuning into itself, and that's innocence. That's exactly it.
Yeah, right.
So what we're doing now when we're older is we're returning to those natural rhythms that are set in our body. And they're unique. They're unique to each one of us, right?
Yeah.
So we're learning to tune ourselves back to that original setup that we had when we were pre-verbal.
Yeah. I don't know why it's coming up for me. It's like, growing up, you eat the food on your plate, otherwise. And it's like, I don't have to eat all my food now. So I had to remind myself, I'm not the child, I'm a grown adult. I decide what I want to eat, when I want to eat, how much I want to eat, and who I want to eat with. It's like, just that alone, I can't tell you the control that I had my whole life, that I felt so bound to just always, please others because they felt uncomfortable. And then I realized, no, it's like, be uncomfortable now because I wanted to,
Yeah. So, we honor ourselves by honoring our own rhythms and our own, and our own thing.
To finally know what's good for you, to know what's good for you. It doesn't have to be good for others. Others can choose.
It's got nothing to do with others.
It's got nothing. And that's what you said the other day. It's got nothing to do with others. It's got to do with you.
Right.
And I appreciated that because finally it starts with you.
Well, it starts and then ends with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's your own uniqueness.
Yeah.
Which is necessary. That uniqueness that you have is necessary.
So necessary, yeah.
For humanity. Yes.
Yeah.
Your uniqueness is part of the puzzle, of the overall puzzle.
Yeah.
And that's all that you're responsible for.
Yeah.
Is your own piece of the puzzle. And fine-tuning that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Great. It's awesome.
Which is we are fine-tuning our yeses.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, you're saying yes to yourself.
Oh, saying yes. The
Saying
breaking
yes
patterns.
To what's true for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old, in with the new. Awesome. Just awesome.
Fine-tuning the yeses.
Yeah, tuning into the yeses. I love it. I really am. I'm in love with the yes. I'm in love with yes. Yes.
Bringing our original patterns back to life.
Oh, yes. And I feel that,
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I really feel that. And it doesn't need to go for a vacation or you need to get something or have something. You can just literally be in your morning chat or on my rebounder that I'm on now jumping, or 150 cells are jumping with you. 150 trillion cells are jumping right now. And it's epic. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, all of it's written on your heart.
Oh, God, I just feel like that's what that's what I feel. I feel like a little kid.
Yeah.
And I have a second chance.
Yeah.
Second chance in life.
Yeah. You have this divine do-over, I like to call it. This awesome opportunity to start from scratch.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Like restart, and also to know what would you do if you had to start from scratch again? Like what would you decide to do? And that's what I also asked this morning. What if I had to start from scratch again? How would I do it? But now I have experience. I do have experience, and now I can really relive it the way I'm choosing.
Yep. You can remove all the conditions that were imposed on you.
Yeah, and all the attachments and all the things that I created, that
weren't correct for you.
It's like, Craig, you know what it is? It's like reborn.
Yes.
It's reborn. It feels like you're reborn.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Yeah.
And people think you're crazy, but that's what it is. I'm always thinking about people, but I'm stopping that now. I'm going to stop that because I understand. I understand that I'm crazy.
Remember Nicodemus.
Oh, yeah. Climb that tree.
No, Nicodemus.
Oh, Nicodemus. Oh, yes.
Nicodemus was the one that Jesus told him to be born again.
Yes.
Nicodemus didn't get it. It's funny because Jesus told him, "You're a teacher of Israel and you don't know these things?"
Yeah, that's true, right?
As if it was kind of fundamental. The whole principle of rebirth.
Well, I think that's also for me, it's like I'm not going back and licking my wounds, I think it is what it was, and I'm sorry, and I can have empathy and have compassion for that and with everyone, because I really understand. But what I do understand even more so is the opportunity I got today in this present moment.
Yeah.
And if I know now the truth that I have longed for and searched for, then when you get to say I am the truth, the way, and the life, that I can just be. And whatever comes up, that's when you can come into the present awareness and saying, what do I need to learn from this? Because also confrontation is not a bad thing. I don't like confrontation, Well, confrontation is not a bad thing. Sometimes it gives you awareness of being curious and saying, okay, what is the solution here? Or how can we communicate? How can we talk about this? How can we get some sort of understanding? And sometimes you won't get understanding, but that doesn't mean that that's the thing where you always feel that when you do speak your truth, it's just allowing to be polished as you go along, because you're not going to get it right. You are going to rub people in the wrong way, especially with Christ. He walked on this earth, he rubbed people in the wrong way, and he did nothing. You know what I mean? So how much more you? So this is what you have to realize, that, yeah, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You're not going to be everyone, when you're thinking that, you got to receive that with grace and say, thank you. I respect you. You don't have to like somebody, but it doesn't mean you can't love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's some people you just don't like, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay, but you can still send love to them. You follow? And so that's my understanding.
There's something big in what you're saying to me right now.
Yeah, and I feel in my heart
for me in it.
Yeah, that's what I feel, and that's where there's no judgment. And then when you go forward further and further, just staying in your heart, making those decisions, because it's your decision, and that's why no one can really tell another person, because it's for them to learn. It's for them to know. And that's what I like about the questions, that we ask questions, and that we can be able to see it in the perspective of saying, how would you see it now? How do you see it? And that's another thing where I learned, you can't put my will on somebody else. They have their own will. They have their own choice. Even if you love them so much. Like, honestly, sometimes you get blinded.
Do that, but you're going to get kicked back.
You're going to get kicked back. That's life. And these things, when you can open yourself up to that and really accept it for what it is, it's really a beautiful experience, because there's just so much ease with everything. There's no tension, because the more you tell something, the more resistance. It is human nature. They don't want to be told. People do not want to be told. They don't. But when I feel that now it's for me to be known what I need to do. Because I always think everybody has to come along with me, I have to have everybody agreeing with me that I can have it. But you know why? That came from my self-insecurity, because I felt not worthy enough. So I needed everyone to agree with me, everyone to validate, everybody to say, yeah, let's go. But no, I encourage myself. I encourage to say, let me do what I need to do. And the people that come along with me are going to come for a ride, and they're going to love it. They're going to love it. But they have to decide. They have to decide for themselves. And that is a huge breakthrough for me now, because now I'm fully focused in giving what I used to give to others, all my energy and my time. I can give it to myself. Goodbye. I can give it to myself. That I just want to verbalize that, because it's very important that my unconscious understands that, because now I do. And it's not selfish, it's just.
Yeah, you're realizing that all the wounding that you've been carrying around is because of conditions that have been imposed on you.
Yeah.
By other people, by other situations, by society.
Yeah.
And they're not correct for you. They're not.
No.
Yeah.
So what I've done in the years to heal my body in making decisions, I also line it up with my soul, my heart, and my body.
Well, it starts with letting go of those conditions that have been imposed on you.
Yeah.
That aren't correct for you.
Yeah, and that's where the body has to yield.
One at a time.
One at a time. You have to yield the body. It's a known thing. You can't just ignore the body. You got to yield that body. And so now that I'm at a place where, wow, what was really, really hard for me, very easy. And it didn't come overnight. It's been years in the making, you know, as I thank my sister for being an inspiration in my life and always supporting me in that way of, you know, example, because she was a great example in my life, you know. And having a conversation yesterday with her, it was like having it with my best friend, like my best friend. It's like there was no, like, you know how big sisters can be, right?
Yep, I do.
Just, yeah, so they can be quite like, no, let me tell you. No. It was just such a lovely give and take, and she listened to me. I felt like, you know what I felt, Craig and Jesse, was really wonderful. It wasn't because I was telling her, it was what she was hearing. And I thought, wow, that I could actually pause and listen to her and hear what she's saying. That was profound. That was profound.
Oh, wow. I just got a huge insight. Oh, my.
Tell me.
Thank you, Nikki.
No, thank you, Craig.
Older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's very interesting is one of the huge difficulties I had growing up, and this is especially with my mom. God bless her. May she rest in peace.
Yes.
But I was always confused with respect to how she would present herself to me. So one day she'd be very loving and very comforting. And another day she would be downright aggressive and adversarial. And I never know which was going to present. Would it be friend or foe? And, you know, that's kind of a fundamental thing. What's very interesting is my older sister would always be a friend to me up until about a year ago. And then all of a sudden now she's not. And oh my, what a shock to my system. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying this.
You know, she and I have always mutually supported each other. And all of a sudden now she's not. And it's like, oh my.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny that, you know, my younger sister and I also had that. I never had a dispute with my sister. My younger sister and I were the two youngest in the home. We were the longest in the household. Yeah. Okay. And when I moved, she was also very discouraged that I was going to leave. But I said, I'm still here. You know, you can always be with me. But I had to move out that time, you know. But why I say that is that we never, in our whole time, about 2 years ago, we had a very bad fallout. And that the thing was because there was a boundary that had to be placed. And sometimes, for what it's worth, the people leave you, there's also time for the space because there's a boundary. There had to be a boundary and she wasn't accepting that a boundary, you know, she took advantage of the boundary. You know, I set a boundary and I said, okay, this is where it stops, you know, and she continued, you know, and then I had to say, well, for now, I love you so much, but you've shown me, you've stepped over the boundary and I have to say no. And you know, Craig, it was the first time I've ever said no to her in my whole entire life. In my whole entire life, I've never said no to her. But it was scary for me. I was dreading it. I was dreading it. I was thinking, how could I not have her in my life? It's like, my baby sister, my baby, she's my baby, and I always protected her on my whole life. I always looked after her, even if she had a job and her life, and always looked after her. Anytime I was there for her. But I had to say no to her, and it was really scary. And when I did, didn't talk for a while, huh? And for whatever however came about, that it was honored. It was honored, and she got the message. And then it just came that we just came back into being sweet and having, sisterly love, and knowing that she said, and we didn't even have to go in further into that. It was just something that we were aware of now, and that's it. And it went back to where it was, and even better, not where it was better, because there was a mutual respect, because we're not here to take from each other and hurt each other, or abuse each other. You know what I mean? And speak into to get what you want, regardless of what I'm feeling, because I would give her a last shit off my back, she knows that, but she also knew that. You follow? And she took advantage. She was taking advantage, and then I had to, and then now it's like there's a whole different understanding in our relationship. And I really respect that, and she respects that. And the wisdom that came out of that was beautiful, because she's very, she's very wise. She's a very wise person, She comes up with things that I think, wow, how did you know that? She comes up with things, I go, oh, wow. It's like, wow. And she's got a dry sense of humor. So you don't even know, but it just comes out and you go, oh, wow. Yeah, I really respect that. She's really got that, Yeah. So, and now what's beautiful is I can truly be vulnerable to her in such a way where I just shared with a couple of things, and what I'm going through or what I'm experiencing. And it's like, for her to hear that from me, it's like, whoa, yeah, okay. So now she's opening up a little few things with me. And it's like, oh, really interesting. Yeah. And so the walls come down, we don't have to act like we're strong and tough. We got this. We can say, no, today is a rough day.
Yeah.
I need a little support here. I need a little love, sisterly love. And so that was quite interesting. So sometimes I feel that people have left me, were meant to leave for the time. It's just a season, Sometimes it's just a season. It's not forever. But sometimes when they leave you, you can open space to say, well, what am I choosing here for myself, Because I don't want to be abused anymore, No offense on anyone. I don't want to be abused anymore. I think I had enough abuse in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not yet standing as a victim, and you can come and just slap me wherever you want and leave me heartbroken. No, it's not going to happen. So it's not like I'm protecting myself, but I just put a boundary down. Go, no, that's it. Because people that know you from the past, especially family and friends that knew you, they think they know you, but you're not the same person. You're a whole different new version. There's a whole different version. They're not seeing it. So when they see you, they're a little confused. They go, oh, but we knew you back then. Yeah, that was then. That's gone. That person's gone. That person's not, it's dead. So people got to adjust to the new version of you. But you've got to also adjust to yourself with them, because how you approach them before and how you approach them now is two different ways. But they still can take you back to where they think they can take you. That's where you got to just say, no, I can't react the same way. I had this in this week, somebody reminded me because I made a decision. They said, oh, remember you did this and this and this. And they actually told me all my wrongs there. And I go, you can't go there. Who are you talking to? Honestly, who are you talking to? I don't know what you're talking about. It's now. This is what I'm choosing now. It's like, I don't know what you're saying. That person's not existed anymore. It's the old version of me. But when you see yourself as that new version and letting go of the old, sometimes it does. It takes time. It takes adjustment, because it was all your identities, all what you thought was true, and all that you thought that whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now you get to this place where it's adjustment, and others have to adjust too. And you got to give them the space to allow them to adjust, because they got to adjust to the new you, the new making choices, how you choosing, how you want, and
Yeah, and that new you keeps changing because you're letting go of those conditions.
Exactly.
Every day there's more conditions that you let go of.
All the time. It's constant work. It's constantly, just like thoughts. Thoughts come up all day long. It's how we what we take in it and observe it and say, okay, that's not true. It may be, but it's not the truth, It's yeah. Yeah, I hear that. But it is hard. It's hard when you have a loved one and there's no connection, and it's hard. It's not easy.
Well, especially someone you've been able to depend on your whole life, and then all of a sudden they turn on you.
Yeah.
And you have no idea why.
Yeah, that makes it
more difficult.
Yes. Yeah, that's the worst part.
Like, it's unconscionable that none of my brothers and sisters have called me to tell me my mom died. That's just beyond.
Yeah, that's
beyond comprehension.
Yeah, it's hurtful. Yeah. Have you picked up the phone and told them?
No, I can't. It's not correct for me to engage with that. My body's telling me no. Don't even go there. It's been really difficult the last year for me personally to let go of all that I've let go of.
Cool.
And the thing is, I'm not going to invite any conflict back in.
Yeah, but it's just for you to know that how you feel and how you want to just bring awareness to that. And I think for you to share what you are carrying now is much worse, because you're carrying hurt and pain, and your body cannot heal that. It needs you to express it to people that need to be expressed. I'm just saying from my understanding, because assumptions, a lot of people can have a lot of assumptions, but
Yeah, here's the way I'm seeing it, is that I've been a brave warrior my whole life.
Yes.
And I'm to a place where I have kind of fought my last battle, and it would be foolhardy to enter into a new one before I'm revived to the point where I can handle it.
Have you forgiven them?
Yeah, but there's nothing to forgive. Like, it's not. For me, it's more of a matter of acceptance. What's very interesting is every day I have a choice about whether or not to try to repair things. And quite frankly, my energy is much better used in just creating something brand new than trying to repair anything. And quite frankly, that is a pattern that I've lived in for my whole life. Is I've always been the one to step in and repair.
Yeah, I hear that. I do hear that.
You know, I spent a lot of energy repairing stuff or trying to maintain things that were dying.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
And I didn't know when to give up on them. And my energy isn't built to do that. My energy is to create brand new stuff.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
My energy is not meant to repair things, to fix broken stuff. That's a waste of my energy completely.
But just for your own soul and for your own body to heal, and not carrying that, because as long as you have
but I'm not carrying it. What I'm saying is that all that stuff just doesn't matter.
Okay.
The truth of my soul and my genius, as has been pointed out here many, many times in these sessions, is that my genius is to create brand new.
Yeah.
And that's my truth. And so that's where I go. And nothing else matters at this point.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. That was good.
Yeah. Well, it was very, it cost me a lot to learn that.
I mean, it doesn't always have to stay that way.
Well, no, it's true for now though. You know, and for me, it's about focusing on that you know, and and having the patience to allow the hurt to dissipate. Because it is. It hurts less today than it did yesterday. Let's put it that way.
You know, you always ask yourself, who created it? You know, that's the question that we ask ourselves. Who created this?
Who created what?
Just that question that we always ask, like, we created it all, right? If we created it all, then what did we create it in this? What's your part?
Yeah, but I didn't create it. It was imposed on me and I identified with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I choose to not identify with it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I treated it as if it was my own, and it never was.
So that whole thing, going back into what we talk about in this conscious creating understanding, is that we created it all as children. We created it all, right? We created all of it
to create it. I don't agree with that.
Ah, you don't get so.
No. But I was taught to allow it. I was forced to.
Yeah.
I was forced to conform.
Yeah.
To the conditions that were imposed on me. I didn't create that. No friggin' way I created that.
Correct. Because that's what I listened to William Wycliffe yesterday, and he's doing this constructive dysfunctional, you know, where this woman, can I just share this quickly? So the woman, it's so profound that I'm saying this because it's exactly what your scenario is. Her sister went to a memorial without her telling her. This is the story in Creative Destiny in chapter video 5, and it's talking about her sister went forwards with a memorial and didn't tell her, and then she was so hurt, so bitter, so angry. And went to, didn't approach her sister because she said, then William said, so what do you think about that? Like, what are you feeling? And then she told her, I was sad. Well, what are you thinking? And then she gave a feeling back, saying, no, it's sad. He said, no, that's a feeling. What are you really thinking about it? She said, I'm not loved. I'm not appreciated. Maybe she didn't love me or didn't love me all this time, you know. I'm not significant in a way that, you know, all these things came up, what she was thinking at that. And then he went further into it and started unpacking it and saying, yeah, so he tells her who created it. And that was a little confusing for me yesterday too, because I'm thinking to myself, but she didn't create it. She didn't create that. Her sister decided to do what she wanted to do, not console her, and that's not her creation. So no. I was questioning that yesterday. And I said, no, but she didn't create that. And then it came back right in the end saying it was an assumption that she had assumed that she could have, and this is what he said, it's assumption and assuming, and then she could say to her sister, well, I'm the power, where I put my power, I am the creator, I'll go above that and I'll just love her. And I go, yeah, that's easy said done, than loving someone when they actually mistreated you. Mm-hmm. So what are we talking here? So we must just be here, knowing our power, knowing that we created, knowing we rise above, But in the same time, when somebody's mistreating you, then you must just sit back and say, okay, I can let that go now because I'm the bigger person or I'm the creator. No, when somebody's mistreating you, they're mistreating you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's the truth, right? That is for me, I questioned it yesterday and I said, well, yeah, we are powerful. We are the creator. And yeah, when somebody does come and apologizes, of course, then we go into our heart and let go, and set ourselves free. But when somebody's really mistreated you, right? How can you just sit back and say, okay, I'm the creator, I'm the power, I know where I'm going to put the power, and I'm just going to love her. And then he said, then everything would have changed. Yeah, you love people that don't know any better. You don't have to like them, but you can still love them for sure, because that's your character. That's who you are, right? But when somebody is mistreating you and has done injustice, no, then I think that needs to be corrected, because then you just keep on getting abused. And then you are the victim.
Well, that's the problem.
But that's
all these things
yesterday.
Get imposed on you when you're helpless.
So I questioned that yesterday.
When you can't defend yourself. And that's when the patterns are established, is when you're helpless. You don't have a choice in that.
Yeah. And energetically, they feel on your energy because they know that you're vulnerable. They know, people know, you can see it if you have like a self-low worth of, oh yeah, just dump everything on me. It's okay. I can handle it. Like my sister used to say, you're so strong, you can handle anything. I said, no, I'm not actually. No, I'm not. No, actually not strong. I'm not strong. I cannot handle it. I cannot handle it. I had to handle it because I had to be strong. But that's not in I can't. I can't. It actually affects me very badly.
Yeah.
No.
But it wasn't real strength. It was a coping mechanism.
It wasn't strength. It was a coping mechanism, man.
Of course.
Absolute. And that was a false identity that I put upon myself because I needed to get through. And that's what I'm trying to question this now. And yes, I love the fact that I'm a creator. I love the fact of where I put my power. I love the fact where I put my focus now, yeah? But all this kind of thing where you go, oh, just rise above it. Of course, rise above it. But you're teaching other people how to teach to treat you also, because you don't have that in yourself to treat yourself. But when you treat yourself and go, no, it's a no, you either can accept it or not. This is my no. My no is my no. I don't accept that anymore. Then a lot of this is where you break the pattern. You break it for your own self to say, I'm choosing you. So that's something I was questioning also. I went through yesterday and I realized, wow, what's happening here? What is actually happening? Because you want to rise above, right? You want to do what's right. I mean, in a sense, what is right? But I don't, and I question that too.
Well, rising above is an option. It always was an option, but it's probably the most unfamiliar one for anyone who's been abused from the time they were very young.
Yeah.
It's just so out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, if I go through even people that I love, I had my sister here in my home, and she just went a little bit off the rail, and I wasn't agreeing. It's my home, and I just had to say to her, listen, I love you, but this is the no, and if this continues, you're going to go into a hotel. I've never done that to this is my second elder sister. This is the person that I adore, like my mother. it was like my mother. Everything she said, I obeyed. I just obeyed. But that day, and it was really tough for me because I thought I'm going to lose her hair. And she even told me in my own home, if I go, I don't come back. Oh my God. My actual heart dropped.
Oh, I was told that a number of times.
I dropped into my freaking, like, I didn't know where it dropped. I thought the whole floor was caving in on me. I thought I'm going to just drop. I was like, I felt like every nerve in my body just stopped. I just instantly, I thought I can't explain it. I was just like, oh God. And then I had to look at her hair. Whoa, with every strength that I had in me. Oh, I said, this is the time now. I said, well, Debbie, there's the door. You got to go. It's okay. I'll take my chances. I even said to her, I'm going to take my chances because it's going to be your loss, not mine. Because at that time, I knew I was giving to her much as she was giving to me. And I gave to her as much as she gave to me. And there was no 150. It was 100% relationship here. And she knew it. That day, she knew it, and it shifted. Everything shifted from that day. Because she looked at me, shook her head, and said, let's have a cup of tea. How do you like that? How do you like that? That's how my dad used to operate. He threaten you and act like nothing happened afterwards. Yeah. So I said, I can have a cup of tea with you, but if this is how you want to stay, then I'll have another cup with you, and another cup, and another cup, and another cup. But don't empty my cup again like that. Don't ever threaten me to say you're going to leave me. Because I made a quality choice here, because you know, and your son knows, he's stepping out of line. And that's it. That's when people energetically know that there's no more a pushover. You're not a doormat. That's when you know. And that's when you can really stand up, and know. Because when I've come to the point now that I'm secure enough to know that the people that are in my life because they're in my life. But I also know that the people that want to leave, they must go. Oh my God, it's so freeing. They got to go. Just go. I'll make room for others.
But Nikki, I became a really professional master doormat.
Oh my God! Listen, we can both crown ourselves there.
Because I could take it.
I could, I hear that too. I know.
I could bear it. I could bear it, and so I became the one that bore everybody's burden.
So now that you can give it to yourself now, because there's nothing more satisfaction giving all that you've given and give to others that you can give to yourself.
Yep.
It's nothing more satisfaction. You can have that real peace and like feel alive. You feel alive.
You know how difficult it is for me to just sit back and allow myself to rest and heal?
Absolutely.
It's the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life.
Because you're an achiever.
Yeah. Yeah. The war wounds are huge.
Yeah.
Really, really huge.
But you can heal them now because you can see it for what it is. It's just, we can only do what we can do now. And then we can open it up for other things.
Like I say, I can't be expending my energy on repair or maintenance. I just can't.
Well, what do you spend it on then?
Creating new.
What you want.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep, exactly.
That's where the power comes from, is what is it that I want? How do I want it? What are my boundaries?
Sure, that's it. Yeah.
But it's not just
That's,
that. It's a what I'm realizing
that.
the challenge actually is for me is
I know what the challenge is.
is focusing on it. It's my challenge is the focus.
Such as on what you want, focusing on what you want.
Focusing on the new and focusing on staying open. That's the challenge.
New is a condition. Yeah, new is a condition. It's only a measure. They're not easy
explain
questions.
Explain that.
Well, new is a condition. New is a criteria.
How do you mean?
If you're focusing on new, then you're putting a criteria on what you want. It has to be new. Which is fine. It's just as long as we know it's a criteria. Is it a limitation? Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe it is.
When all it just maybe needs to be is just the question, like what new could be here. What, not that it has to be new. Because you think about it, everything.
Was I languaging it that way, Jesse?
No. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Look, it is a pattern. The pattern is still there, and it is a victim pattern that we all play part of.
Oh, yeah.
And when we and boundaries are like when we can see boundaries and set boundaries, then that is the ladder out of the victimhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And what we want is towards that ladder out.
Oh, yeah.
And timing. I never know the timing, right? That's just something you would know.
So is that appropriate? So is that? Are you saying that new thing is a boundary?
Well, I don't know what that new thing is. All I was saying is that the phrase "it has to be new" could be a boundary. And
you mean a constraint?
Yeah. Constraint. Sorry, not a boundary. Boundary. I was talking about boundary is something else. But yes, constraint, a limitation.
A limitation. Yeah.
A condition. Because in the best I can see it is even Nikki was there when you were speaking about it. Is that after every action, it's never the same. We're never the same. It's always new. After every action, after every moment, it's completely different.
Oh yes. Woo. Come on now. That's right. Oh, that's so good.
or it has the space to be completely different.
Oof.
What I didn't hear was what you wanted in the relationship. And it's perfectly fine to say, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah.
There's nothing, I'm not looking for right or wrong.
You talking about me now?
Yes, we are.
In a relationship with what?
With your sister.
Oh, okay. I wasn't really talking about that, but okay.
I was just using it as the example that was there. The ladder out of it. I mean, if we're talking about new, we can tie new to that too. If we're talking about boundaries, we can tie boundaries to that. If we're talking about victimhood, we can tie it to that too.
Wow.
It's just the situation that put focus on. And all focus does is just allows us to create tension.
Ooh. So good.
I'll just say back as best, as neutral as a friend I can say it as. And I understand. I don't want to invest my energy where I'm going to be in a fight.
Yes, that's right.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes, me too. I also understand that. I really do.
The awareness is that we're creating it to be a fight.
Oh.
So of course it will be.
Wow.
Which is the power of how would I want it? How do I want it? How could? There's the best magical word. How could I want it to be? And sometimes the pain just doesn't allow us to go in and look at it. And that's fine. That's beautiful. Just that pain is resistance. The pain is resistance.
It's a message. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're on something here.
I never know timing. That's timing. We can never know the timing. Except for as fast as possible or now. Well, now or later, it's
until it's time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's the funny thing about timing.
Yes.
Until it's in the moment of now.
Yes.
That's right. Until now, it's like, oh, but and so
Okay.
when it's now, it's prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's
Yes,
preparing.
preparing. Of course.
That's only if we want it.
Yes.
If we don't want it, we let it go.
Yes. I have to say, yes. Yes.
Because everything, you know it, everything is energetic.
Yeah.
And we don't have to talk to them. We don't have to, through the energy, we can say all we need to say.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, man.
That's it, Greg. Yes. You hear that? I heard it. Oh, God, I heard that. Beautiful. Yeah. So powerful. Woo! That's it. Oh, God, thank you. That's it. I love that. I know that's the truth.
Didn't somebody say in all circumstances show love?
Yes.
If necessary, use words.
Easier to say.
Easy to say, but also try to keep the peace. That's also easy to say too.
Yeah.
Like keep peace, I'd say stay calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
very
keep
powerful.
the calm, keep the calmness, which is what love is.
Yeah, it keeps the peace internally.
Mm-hmm. Key. You know that.
That's
protecting. That's protecting your energy.
Yeah,
but not in a protective way, but creating in a creative way. Because protecting just means you're fighting again, and so it's a bad choice of my words.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of what I was trying to say in the first place, wasn't it?
You were.
Can't be using my energy to repair or maintain. That's what I said. So let's reframe that. Yeah. I love combining the word investing with energy. Where am I investing my energy?
I like, what do I want to feel? Because my heart will tell me. And my body tells me.
Well, and I'm getting a new twist on lenses right now.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing a sweet little boy just coming out and just saying, "Yeah, man."
Yes, you are. That's what you're hearing.
Yes. And it is sweet, man. It is. It's so sweet and sweet and sweetest. That little sweet boy. That sweet boy. Oh, God. With a big, big, big heart. Oh, God, it's so good. That's insightful, hey? Wonderful. A lot of clarity.
And you're combining old patterns, which the darkness, the struggle sides of it, the old patterns that were going for things that now when you open them up to use them for the good, for the truth, for the love, you can use their power.
Oh, there we go. Tap in.
Not avoid them, because it's been up to this point, been avoid them. It's like, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not me. That's the old self. But when you look at it, it was always for something. It was for good. It was just, mine uniqueness was, it was for the money rather than for the joy.
Oh,
yeah.
Mine was restriction also to enjoy the actual experience. I thought it had to be always so rigid.
Yeah.
And hard. It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. Can't be easy. Oh, no. We don't accept easy. It's got to be hard. You've got to feel oh my God. Things. Whew.
So we can examine the old ones, and there's pieces of them that we keep because there was the power behind it. But we also can look at it was shadowed by the old patterns, the world's way, my view of how a leader, how a CEO had to be.
Yes.
Angry, frustrated, and stressed. It was
what
I made it to be. Yeah, well, Buck. And it was what I created.
Oh, hi. Yes, please.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm exercising. I'm talking on my Zoom call here with my group.
It was a powerful insight when I saw the desire, the passion, the drive, the dark side of that. But then could also see how they had to come together with the child.
Yeah, so we created structures based on your wounding.
Yes. Our perception of from the wounding of how to, and like what we needed to be or get in the world was always a reflection of those woundings, just over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
When me and my mom, I started this with my mom. I mean, it was, I still remember the pain that was there.
Woo!
Putting the awareness on it, the attacks from both of us. But we both, in it, we learned not to take it personal.
Wow, beautiful.
And that opened a whole new space for our relationship today.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what's interesting is our society insists on making it personal.
Yeah. But what are we deciding? I'm always like, when you talk about other people, society, blah, blah, blah. But what are we actually doing about it? Like, what is our job about,
And that's where I'll say I will accept new into that all the time, because there's an old and a new.
Yeah. Right? Because you can have a relationship a long time with somebody, and it doesn't have to be the same. It does change. Are you just willing to work with it? Because people are very easy to give up on people.
In some relationships are a whole lot easier, because there's relationships that I choose to keep.
Yes.
And those are the landmines.
Yeah, they are. Because they're mirroring friends, you. They're actually mirroring
the relationships you choose to keep.
Yeah. And grow and foster, because they take the investment. They require the investment.
Exactly.
Because they're always changing. I'm always changing. They're always changing.
Exactly.
So it's always new.
Exactly. It's an investment.
Of time, energy. Then we have
Yes.
money, which are offers. And lost opportunity, because when we're investing in one place, we can't be investing in another place. Your ass is always invested in the seat you're in. It can't be anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true. How clever is that? Yeah. Wow.
Or costs, human costs, time, money, energy, and lost opportunity.
Sometimes it takes a long time for people to open up. When I was in the city, I used to say hello to a lot of people and they never said hello back to me. And that was okay. I was whatever. And this took months, maybe years. And then you get the people that start going, hi, hi. And then and then you realize all this time, they're just like, we're so inspired by your hello, you know? And you thought you were being rejected because they didn't say hello back. But now when somebody doesn't say hello back to me, I don't take it personally because it's not mine to take. It's not mine. It's just for me to say hello. I'm not asking for anything in return. So it's really a attitude of who and what I want to be and what I want to give.
The feedback isn't yours.
And it's not even mine. The feedback is not even mine. And and I have a lot of people that I know very, very well. And yeah, they don't say goodbye, whatever, don't greet, don't talk. One day they talk, one day they don't talk. And I go, it's okay. It's like, who am I to judge that, you know? I just want to be who I want to be.
Yeah.
And then later on, they come back to me, maybe months, maybe a year, I don't know. They go, oh, Nikki, I really liked your hello. Oh, goodness. And then the strangers that I go, okay, cool, come up to me. And I go, I'm just saying what they say. They say something complimentary, like something nice, like really made my day when you always see that always the same, always, And it's not really, trust me, it's just, trying to be consistent. Trying to be true to you, to me, to everything. And they go, oh, but we so appreciate that. And you go, oh my God, how would I have known that? Because you never showed it. You never showed it for years. And now you're telling me after years of being in this country, now it's like, I want to be your friend, Nikki. I go, okay, cool, let's be friends. Isn't it funny? And all this time I thought, what is up with these Americans? But then I don't live in America because I got everybody from all over the world live here. So it's not just Americans. You can't label just one person to be all the same because they're not. We're all different. But now I enjoy the difference. I celebrate the difference. And also I celebrate the personalities that come out. Like Sal. Yeah, Sal, you know me, right, Sal? Sal, he's in my apartment now. It's so funny. Sal was hard nut to crack. But he's got a heart. He's got a heart, and Sal's the best. He's the best. Known Sal for 17 years.
17 years you were here?
I've known you for 17 years.
17 years?
Yes.
Time was so fast.
Amen. You hear that? Out of the man's mouth, proof's in the pudding.
You were playing 8-10 before, no?
What?
8-10.
Yes, 903. I started here in a 1-bedroom apartment, 903. He knew me from then. And now I'm in 805, 2-bedroom apartment.
Time goes so fast.
Charles says time goes so fast. I'll say yes. Time does go fast when you're having fun, eh, Sal? I don't know if you can hear Sal, but he's talking too. Can you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear him. Yeah, this is Sal. He's got magic. It's magic.
People just want to belong.
Yeah, right. And Sal, where you come from? What country?
Former Yugoslavia, Montenegro.
Did you hear that? Thank you very
Nope.
much. So I don't know how to say that name.
Montenegro.
Oh, Montenegro.
Former Yugoslavia.
Yes.
Montenegro.
Yeah, Yugoslavia. Yeah.
Yugoslavia. What?
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, there. He said it.
Montenegro.
He said it. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have patterns that have
Yeah.
informed us how to belong,
Mm-hmm.
and we just keep playing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hoping, waiting, wanting it to be different.
Yeah.
Never examining the patterns is what's creating it.
Oh God. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
we
also
always
the
say
hurt.
it's out there, it's out there, it's out there. That's right.
Yeah,
To avoid
exactly.
that hurt.
To avoid the hurt, because the pain is severe. It's freaking harsh. It's hard. It's hard.
What's harder is playing it over and over and over again,
Oh,
and not
that's
letting
what
it
I'm
go and
talking
moving
about.
through it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I understand. You can't get around it. You have to go through it. It's the only way.
And it's really not all that bad.
No.
But don't tell me that in the moment.
That's it. Eh? That's so true. Oh. Yeah.
Just be with me. Just be with me in the moment.
That's right. That's right. Yes. It's beautiful. I'm very happy. Very happy for this. Be the peace in the storm, but that there's nothing for you to do than just be.
It was quite an insightful. It was like the dark side of me, if you will. The vision that I saw was a dark side protecting the innocent child.
Yeah, totally.
And there is a good side to the bad side. The dark side has a heart, if we look at it that way. Well, the evil was just there to protect also. My anger, which is what I'd call my dark side, the anger side of it.
Well, I wanted to say yesterday the villain and the angel. That's it. But in the same time, we have the victim, we have the hero, and we have the villain, all in three. We just need to know which one we want to play.
And they are entangled.
Yes.
Yes.
But only one can be leading at any moment, and that's which pattern is leading it.
Wow. Wow. That's it, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and which of the three brains has the authority?
Which one is my whole self giving the authority to? My main personality. Which one is my main personality surrendering to in situations, because that is the default.
That's when we can use the part personalities, the protector controller, you know, the inner child, the wounded, the perfectionist, the defeated warrior. You want to become the defeated warrior. You can go all down the line of the critic. All these things come up. And most importantly, yes.
And when they're triggered, we're unaware of the action or the result. Sometimes we forget that we're even talking about it. That's a shutdown. So the action, depending on what personality comes out, there's actions to it, and it could be a shutdown. It could be a dismiss. It could be, there's all sorts of things that happen in those patterns.
Wow. Talk about growth. Talk about change. Talk about progress. Talk about change, baby. Change.
That's what's new.
Yeah, let's go.
A new pattern, a new experience, a new.
Let's go.
An upgrade.
Discipline. A discipline, obedience, sacrifice. What you want. Oh, wow. This was good.
Thank you. Yes, it was.
Yeah, all is well with my soul. Oh, I'm gonna have to love and leave now, everybody. I got to get going.
Yes.
I love co-creating with you guys. I love going deep. Thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you.
We've been on for 2 hours already.
I don't know, but I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good. Much love.
Have a great day. Have a great day, Nikki.
Thank you.
Craig, have a great day. Thanks.
Love
guys.
and hugs, Nikki.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, Jesse. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Have a great day.